Nygaard at the net, week 9. Jeff Nygaard, men's volleyball coach here at USC. And you guys get the big win against Cal State Northridge, drop one against Long Beach State last week. But I'm curious, you didn't have Lucas Yoder out with an injury, but you get Gianluca Grasso back. I'm curious obviously he's very talented, but how difficult is it to work somebody like that back into the lineup and not affect the chemistry?
Wow, what a great question. We're trying to create a culture where we want guys to work hard to earn those roles. We've had a lot of guys step into roles and have worked hard and improved and earned the right to be out there. A Woody Cook is an example. I forget which match it was. Maybe it was Stanford. He went out there. He actually did a better job than Lucas did statistically, and he was one of the reasons why we had success at a high level, which is great. He went out there, hit 300 for the night, blocked some balls, served tough, which is great to have. If Lucas is hitting 200 for the night, someone else was carrying some of the workload. So there's been some great development at key positions for us. So when you have a guy like Gianluca, who was a starter for us and came in and does a lot of great things for us, it's a balance of, number one, where is he in terms of his progression of coming back? Is his ankle completely healthy? Is he still guarding? You have to make sure that you're on top of that because you don't want to go backwards. And by the same token, how does he integrate himself into that role? And so I'm not going to say it's an art form and go from there, but he's a guy that we're definitely looking to help us out at some position at some point. So there's a progression to it, and we have a few matches coming up where we have a lot of flexibility in terms of how we want to go about lineups. So if there was a good time to have him come back on the radar, it would be now.
Well, you get to go to Hawaii this week. That's the plus side. It's not for vacation, though. You're taking on number 4 Hawaii on Thursday and Friday. So tell us a little bit about this Hawaii team.
They have really good ball control. If you're talking statistically across the MPSF, they're one of the better blocking teams. They're one of the better hitting teams. They hold other teams to a lower hitting percentage. They have some tough servers. I mean, they've got good players. You don't fall into a top 5 ranking. It's not an accident. So I think they're 15-3 on the season. They haven't played a lot of MPSF matches compared to the rest of the field, but they've beaten some good talent. They've beat Irvine. I know they just beat Pepperdine in 3. But these are 2 teams that we've actually had success against too. So I'm curious to know how we're going to match up when we get down there. It's not the easiest gym to play in per se because they have a big home court advantage with all their fans and whatnot. But I'm just excited to go down there and compete because it's going to be a great match. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a great competitive environment. I love going to gyms where it's an adversarial situation because you just have to show up and play. And we've shown that our brand of volleyball can be pretty good. So I'd like to believe that we're all going to be completely healthy. I know that our guys are going to be hungry to go down there and work hard for a win. So it'll be a fun match.
Let me know if you get an extra seat on the plane, okay? Just saying. Just in case.
Well, you're small enough for a carry-on.
Big weekend at Hawaii. But you look at the schedule, you don't want to look too far ahead, but right now you guys are right on the bubble of the MPSF tournament.
Yes.
And you play your next 8 matches after this week at home.
Yes.
I'd have to think that's pretty encouraging and helps out quite a bit.
8 out of the next 11 are going to be home. We have 5 in-conference matches. Not that I sat there and crunched the numbers, but I have. So there's some key matches for us, and there's also a lot of flexibility with out-of-conference, which I don't ever want to say that those aren't important because of course they're important. But the in-conference ones are the main focus so that, well, you're right, we're at the cusp. We're 8-9. I'd like to believe that we're going to finish the season at 500 in conference, which means that we're going to be in the playoffs, and then we get to make a run, which we've shown that we can be a team that has the ability to knock off. It doesn't matter with the rankings. We can play a great game of volleyball. So got to get our guys healthy, got to get them on the right trajectory with peaking at the right time, and then go into the playoffs and see what we can do.
Well, you got Hawaii Thursday and Friday. Thursday an MPSF match. Friday non-conference,
yes.
I guess you could say. But
I'll let the RPI people figure that one out.
Yeah, that's interesting.
That's right.
Hey, it's a trip to Hawaii, so who's complaining, right?
Did I complain?
No, I didn't hear you complain.
It wasn't going to happen on camera. It's not going to happen off camera.
That's it for week 9 of Nygaard at the net. Next home match, in case you're curious, March 9th against Lewis. So until next week, fight on.
That's right. Fight on.